Welcome to the channel Learn with Danish. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel Learn with Danish. Today we have yet another video that is presented by Archa Farooq, Assistant Professor of JDT Islam College of Arts and Science. The topic for this video is Theatre for Communication. I welcome Archa Farooq to carry over the topic.
Hello everybody, have a nice and peaceful day. Today in this video, we are going to discuss about the paper Theatre for Communication. When we think about theatre, the first thing that comes to our mind is drama, the literary art. Obviously, you need to know what a drama is. How is it different from other genres of literary arts? How it originated? How it evolved through the years? What were the different types? What were the transformations that this particular genre had underwent? Okay, and how the communication is done through the literary form called drama. So let us discuss or let us analyze what the first question that comes to mind. What is a drama? What is a drama? It is a specific form of art. It is a specific form of literary art which is purely entitled to be performed on the stage. It is entirely different from the earlier genre like poetry and the later genre like novels. Drama was entirely different from poetry. It was actually written to be performed on the stage. In other words, we can say drama is a specific form of literary art which reaches to the audience through performance. Unlike novels or any other poetries or any other books or any other literary arts, drama has to be enacted on the stage. That itself is the main thing which makes this genre different from other genres. Drama is only realized when it is enacted by the actors on the stage. It has a blueprint. Okay, it has a blueprint written, and only the drama is actually born when the actors enact it on the stage. Otherwise, it is just a written material or written blueprint to be performed. The principles of dramatic constructions and everything is made or it is evolved or rose out of requirements. The main requirements of a drama performance are obviously the props and the costumes and the extra lightings and things like that. In other words, you can say drama is the amalgamation of a script and the theatre, the physical form of the space. The script or the blueprint that a person writes, a play, when a person writes a play, it is just the interior map of a particular play or production, whereas the theatre is a specific set where the actors has to show their gestures and they have to perform along with the props in the performance. So the genre called drama is becomes a particular or is only realized when it is actually performed on the stage in front of an audience. So in other words, you can say the performance is the whole event, including audience and performers. So now these are the certain things you need to know while considering drama as a particular genre, as a specific form of literary art. So these are the general ideas. Now we move on, or now we'll discuss a bit about the origin of or the history of drama. The genre called drama actually originated in the 6th century BC. When we trace back to the history, we could analyze a few evidences regarding the origin of drama in West as well as East. When we consider or when we analyze the East, it is in India in the form of Natya Shastra written by Bharata Muni. You can find the form of the literary art called drama. When we move to the west, we can find the traces of early manuscripts of dramas in Greece, written by great playwrights like Sophocles, Aristophanes, Euripides, Aeschylus, and great writers like that. Now, when we analyze what was the reason behind the origin of drama as such, when we analyze the origin of drama in West, the reason or the context in which the drama originated was purely religious. And you can also find a similar scenario in the European context as well, where the when the drama originated there. When we consider the origin of drama in Greece, you need to know a bit about the Greek god of wine, harvest, and festival, the Greek god Dionysius. Actually, the drama was originated at the altar of the Greek god Dionysius. Similarly, you can also find a parallel story which was happening in the European countries when drama originated. The drama in European countries were also originated, which was very much connected to religious matters. The drama, or actually the drama originated in European countries. Basically, they enacted the stories in Bible, and small stories in the Bible were enacted in front of the ordinary people in order to them to understand what is inside the Holy Script Bible. So later on, such plays were later on evolved. Earlier, these plays were called mystery plays and miracle plays. Later on, morality plays were also involved. So a lot of changes were happening through the ages, and the drama developed on. And another socio-political context which also caused impetus to the growth of drama in Greece was the cultural and trade hub. So in earlier times, Greek was the hub of trade and things like that. Everybody, the people around the world, gathered in Greece for trade and things like that, for purchase and things like that. Greek was a very developed country during those times. So in order to have some sort of entertainment for the people who have come over there from different places, they started to perform small skit like thing, which was later on developed into a proper drama. So that was the socio-political and religious context in which the drama originated in the West. So before going into much detail about the types and things like that, we need to know a bit about the Greek theatre as such. We'll have a quick look at the structure of the Greek theatre, the architecture of the Greek theatre, how it looked like, and things like that. So, what was special about Greek theatre? Greek theatre were actually arena theatre or amphitheatre. Amphitheatre means the open air theatre. During those times, there wasn't anything like the present closed sort of buildings or anything. So earlier times, the people choose a hilly area okay, where they had a flat bottom part where the actors could enact or perform the drama, and on the hill they cut out seats for the audience to be seated, and that was actually a natural theater made by the people in those times. It was very huge in size, which could accommodate around 20,000 people. Okay, and it also had a huge platform or a speaking space, and obviously there would be having slight drawbacks or inadequacies, but they were very intelligent people during those times. The people were very intelligent. They have used many techniques in order to overcome the drawbacks. Okay, and hence the costumes and things were also very important. So in the next slide, you can see the actual picture of a Greek theater. Even though this is not the exact one, you can analyze here. This is a lots of seats were cut out on the hill, where a flat bottom part could be seen, where the orchestra could stand. Okay, and behind that space there, a rectangular space, you can see where the actors stand and perform. Okay, and you can also find a small path to that semicircular area where the actors and the member of the chorus could enter this space. Okay, moving on. Yes, this in the next slide you can find the theater architecture. This is a rough drawing or rough sketch of the theater. This is the exact parts. You can find the parts of Greek theater in this picture: theatron, orchestra, scene, parados. Okay, parados is also a parados. We call it parados when the actors enters. Okay, it could also be exodus when the actors exit through that path. So we use either names for either side of the theatron or either side of the scheme: parados and exodus. So the name exodus is not mentioned here in this picture, but you can find it in the later uh, slide. Now, parts of the Greek theater, as I told you, the orchestra is the main part. It is in the traditional Greek theater, you can find a semicircular pattern on the hillside, and at the bottom of the hill, okay, there's a flat area where the members of the orchestra could stand and repeat the dialogues what the actors were saying. Okay, what the actors say are again repeated and sung by the members in the orchestra. Okay, in order for the whole audience, I told you this type of theater can accommodate around 20,000 people. So you must gauge the difficulty in passing on or letting the whole audience hear what the actors are saying. So this drawback, this inaudible, the things or the dialogues the actors were saying was not properly audible to the whole audience. So this drawback was overcome. Okay, was overcome by the use of chorus. Okay, the chorus were group of people who repeat the same dialogue what the actors say, and they create the mood of the drama. Okay, if it is a tragedy, the whole thing would be recited and sung in a tragic way. If it is a comedy, the whole thing would be in a very pleasing and pleasant way. Okay, so the space where the chorus perform their act, That semicircular space is called orchestra. Now, the second part is theatron. This is nothing but the space where a theatron is a space where the audience are seated, and they can see the performance very well. The third part of Greek theater is scene. Scene is a place where the actors stand. Okay, scene is a bit more elevated or platform just behind the semicircular space where the chorus stand. Okay, just behind the semicircular space. Okay, it is a bit more elevated platform where the actors used to stand and perform their acting. And it also has one or two entries and exit. And the next part is exodus or paradox. Okay, so exodus, when you say it exodus, when the path is used for the chorus and actors to exit the space of performance. When you can say the same part as paradox when it is used for the entry purpose. So both, there are two exodus and two paradox. Okay, in the both side, through the both side, the actors can enter and exit. Okay, so here is another slide through which you can clearly see the theatron. Theatron is a space where the audience are seated. It's a large semicircular space, and at the bottom space, at the bottom part, you can see a small semicircular part which could be seen in this picture as a zigzag line could be seen there. And just behind that you can see a red platform, a bit elevated path. Okay, a bit elevated platform where which is called scene, where this is a place where the actors used to stand and enact. Okay, and on the right side of the exodus or the red elevated platform, you can see door. Okay, that is called paradox if the actors enters through it, and that same entrance or the same door is called exodus when the actors exit through that part. On the either side it has exit, and on the either side the screen has doors. Okay, and they are addressed in both names. So now moving on to the features of Greek theatre. As I told you, this amphitheater or the Greek theatre being a very open air or very open, very huge theatre, there are lots of drawbacks that which has to be overcome by many techniques. Okay, I told you the people were very brilliant in using many techniques to overcome the drawbacks. So one of the techniques that they used were they wore mask, and all the masks and the extra costumes and everything they used were actually larger than size. Okay, and if it's a tragedy, they used to have sad face. If it's a comedy, they used to have happy face. Okay, these are the different masks you could see in this slide. Moving on, and this is the second technique, padding, or the thick clothing that or the thick costume that they used to have just to have a larger than size appearance. Okay, when just imagine it is a 20 there's a huge theater where around 20,000 people used to come and watch, so they have to see who is standing, or they have to see somebody standing on the stage. So the characters used to wear larger than size costume with thick padding and things like that. Okay, for them to be visible for the people who are sitting very far from the stage. And another technique to overcome this drawback of visibility and things where they used high heel boots, okay, very thick high heel boots for them to have a bit more height, okay, to make them see to the audience who are sitting at very back. So mask is one feature, high thick clothing or thick padding is another feature, and high heel boots were another feature. So wearing all these things, it was really difficult for the actors to perform on the stage. So the movements of these actors were very much restricted during those times. So but whatever be the drawbacks, every each and every part was really enjoyed by the audience, because that was something which was entirely new to the audience, new to the people, so they enjoyed everything. But later on, as the days passed, they tried their level best to overcome all the drawbacks. And chorus is a very important part, or a very important, very significant part of Greek drama or Greek theatre. Okay, chorus are the group of people who would sing along with the actors, who repeat the same dialogue said by the actors, so that each and everything are made more clear to the audience. They keep on repeating the dialogue, they keep on repeating the scenario, what is happening on the stage. Okay, so they recite the things in such a way that the whole audience, the mood of the drama is passed on to the whole audience. And all these features were to rectify the drawbacks of the drama performance and to provide a spectacular view. All these are about the general idea or general features about the Greek drama. Now we'll move on to the contributions of the Greek playwrights. The main playwrights we are going to discuss is Aeschylus, Euripides, Sophocles. Okay, so the first playwright, Greek playwright we are going to discuss is Aeschylus. He was an ancient Greek tragedian. Okay, he was also known as the father of tragedy. So it was many studies regarding the genre called drama was actually done on the basis of his works. Okay, so you can say that he was one of the earliest playwrights, a very significant literary figure lived during those times. And lots of inferences were also made regarding the tragedy on the basis of his works, his tragedies. And he was the first dramatist to present the play in trilogy. Trilogy, I hope you know, the drama part 1, drama part 2, drama part 3, the work written in that way. Oedipus Rex is actually a trilogy written by Sophocles. But this person, Aeschylus, the Greek playwright, Aeschylus was the first person to introduce trilogy. Okay, and even though this person has written around 70 plays, only 7 of them have survived. Only very few. You must you it is re- it, and you must it is really difficult for the script to survive, which has been written very long years back, right? You know, these things happened in the 6th century BC. So you must gauge the difficulty of these manuscripts to be survived. It is really difficult for these to be preserved in through these years. So the the plays available till now are very few, and few of them are mentioned here. Seven of them have survived, and the seven plays are the Persians, Seven Against Thebes, the Suppliants, the Orestia, Agamemnon, the Liberation Barriers, and the Emenides. So these were the seven still surviving plays written by Aeschylus. Moving on. So next is also a very important playwright who is none other than Sophocles. He is also known as one of the three tragedians. Okay, very important literary figure who made a lot of changes in the number of actors. So the playwrights which we are discussing in this video are the people who had made a lot of contribution in the development of Greek theatre and Greek drama. So they themselves have made lots of changes. He added a third character. Okay, they were only in earlier times, in the earlier forms and all, they were only one or two main characters. This person was the one who added on a third character or third actor to the play, and he also reduced the number of chorus. So lots of changes and developments has been made by this person. He also developed characters and gave a better presentation, and he had made lots of innovations in dramatic structure. And his notable works were actually Oedipus Rex, Oedipus et Colonus, Antigone. I told you Oedipus Rex is a trilogy, and the first part is Oedipus Rex, and part 2 is Oedipus et Colonus, and part 3 is Antigone. Ajax is another play written by this playwright. The Woman of Trachis, Electra, and Philoctetes is another work written by Sophocles. Who is last but also really important among these playwrights is Euripides, who is also a tragedian. Among these three, even though it is not included in the syllabus, another playwright is Aristophanes, who is actually the father of comedy. Okay, but as it's not mentioned in syllabus, we need to discuss more about that playwright. So you need to learn about these three playwrights: Sophocles, Euripides, and Aeschylus. Euripides is also a tragedian, and he incorporated late comedy, new ideas in the later comedies. Also, he also wrote a few comedies. Okay, brought changes in representation of characters, similar thing what Sophocles has done in his work. And the main works written by this this playwright Euripides, are Medea, Hippolytus, Electra, the Trojan Woman, and Bacchae. So these are the few works written by this playwright. And with that, I come to the end of this video. I hope you have made some sense about what the genre drama is all about. How the drama originated, a bit history of the origination of drama, where it originated, how it evolved, and few important playwrights of those times. With that, I come to an end. I hope you have understood the points. Thank you.